Hello, beautiful friends. Alyssa from Flow From Within here. I'm so happy and excited to have you here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. This is a channel that I created not so long ago that I'm hoping to just be a wonderful, safe space for anyone to learn more about spirituality, manifestation, maybe listen to some of my personal stories, anything to help you on your spiritual growth here on earth. I am so excited to have you here. So today's topic is a little different. As you can see, I'm still at my parents' house. If you watched my video from last week, I was here for my mom's birthday, planning on going back to Brooklyn, and the universe had different plans for me. So this kind of brings me into the topic of the week, which is learning how to go with the flow of the universe when the universe has slightly different plans for you than you might have had in mind. And also this brings me into the story of why I am still at my parents' house. So for those who don't know, I actually am a huge athlete. I grew up playing sports my entire life, and I actually went to college playing college softball. The one thing I am always been struggling with is my sense of recovery. I am not big on recovering for my body, meaning I am not big on deep stretching. I am not big on active recovery, having days off, doing Epsom salt baths, getting massages. Don't know why. It's kind of like something that I just disregard my whole life of just being like, my body's fine, my body's fine, my body's fine. I'm not big on doing this, and it's actually something I promised my body that I was going to start doing more often. But with every promise comes a consequence, especially if you break that promise. And my body has let me know that I've broken that promise. So this brings me to this story. I'm sorry that is a long-winded way of me getting to this point of the story right now. I hurt my back in February. This was pre-quarantine, pre-COVID. I hurt my back in February. I was swinging kettlebells. I was doing like a one-handed snatch, and I felt the tweak in my left side immediately. Like, you just know, like, you tweak it and you're like, ah, you're like, oh my God, that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel right. So I tweaked my back. What I should have done is say, Alyssa, you hurt your back. Take it easy for 2 weeks. But what did I do? I ignored it. Probably because I treat my body like a robot. I just say, get over it. Like, I have still this like athlete mindset of saying, okay, you're injured, but you have practice the next day. I never really got out of that mindset for myself. So I just kept going. I kept working out. I kept not taking care of it. I just kept going. Long story long, but I'm going to try to make it short. It was 2 weeks ago, my back finally was screaming and was like, Alyssa, you were hurt. You were hurt. I couldn't sit down. I was standing all day working at like a standing desk. I couldn't sit down anymore. I was in excruciating pain. Now you would think Alyssa would stop working out at this point, but Alyssa does not stop working out at this point. And I do realize I'm talking about Alyssa in a third person, but just roll with it. I did not stop working out. I kept going. And as you might have heard from my last video, why I'm going off social media for the month of August is I'm really transitioning. I'm really going through things. I'm really trying to focus all of my energy back to myself. I'm going through a very big healing process with myself right now. There's been a lot of crying. There's been a lot of journaling. There's been a lot of release. And one way that I love to release things out of myself, especially when it comes to emotions that I'm feeling, is I like to run. Last weekend, I ran 6 miles. I don't cry when it comes to pain. I'm very good with pain. I actually have a very high pain tolerance. I think it's because of like my years of being an athlete, when like you like just like hurt something and you don't want to get it taken out of the game. So you're like, it's fine, just put some cyanide on it. I never cry. I was crying. I was on all fours crying to the point that my brother was home and he was like, why do you sound like you're in labor? Like, I was like in excruciating pain. I couldn't bend my leg. I couldn't straighten my leg. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I couldn't lay down. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't do anything. I was a mess. So more or less, I have a herniated disc, which is funny to me because I was like, I thought that only happens to like old people. I didn't think I could do that at like 32 years old. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't believe I have a herniated disc. Like, that's impossible. I'm too young for that. So all of this being said, I guess I wanted to tell everyone that I'm not always the best at listening to mind, body, spirit. I'm very good at listening to mind and spirit. I'm not good at listening to body. And it's all three. And the reason that it's all three is because when my body was in such pain, I couldn't meditate and I couldn't move my body. I couldn't meditate because I couldn't sit down, and I couldn't move my body at all, so I couldn't get rid of any excess energy. I couldn't move. My mind was so flooded with just the pain. I couldn't think of anything else. I couldn't focus on anything else. And in the month of August, I'm supposed to be doing this huge social media cleanse. I'm supposed to be doing this huge cleanse of myself. I had such plans of what I was going to do. I was going to do yoga every day. I was going to meditate every day. I was going to journal every day. And then boom, this is my focus. The universe was like, no, 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 no. This is your healing. This is the healing. What are you healing through this moment? This is what you have to get close to. You have to get close to this pain. You have to figure out why this happened. You have to sit with yourself and ask yourself, why did I not listen? What was I so afraid of? What can I do better next time? What is my biggest fear, and can I face that fear when it comes to my body? Why are you treating your body like a robot? Get close to your body. Ask your body what it needs. Ask your body what it needs from you. Can you love your body just as it is? Why are you pushing your body so much? Sometimes you have to get close to the pain. And I had to get super close to this pain. I had to get super close to this pain, and I had to sit with it. And I had to sit with myself and I say, what are you trying to teach me? What is the lesson in this? What am I doing wrong that I need to do better? And I guess I just wanted to say all this because as much as I am so intuitive in so many ways, and I receive messages from my divine team, that doesn't take away from the fact that sometimes you ignore them. Just because you hear them doesn't mean you follow them. I ignore some of the messages I get, and this pain that I was feeling in my hip was a huge message that I ignored for a very long time. If anything, this has taught me that I have some deeper healing to do when it comes to the mind, body, spirit connection, in the sense that I've been really pushing away my body connection. And this month I am taking back control of my body. And I invite you all to do the same. And if you find yourself in an injury, if you find yourself in a place where sometimes there's an injury happening, it's really easy for us to immediately just get mad at the injury. But I invite you all to really sit with yourself and say, and hold it in ways and ask it, what are you here to teach me? What do I need to know? What do I need to learn? What is this injury here to teach me? What is this injury here to teach me? Because it's always meant to teach you something. It's stored energy. Everything is energy. And when you hurt something, there's stored energy there. So releasing the energy is by giving it love. It's by giving it attention. It's calling your attention to it. Get close to it, because it's always there to teach you something. It's always there to remind you of something or bring something up that maybe you need to heal from. That's always deeper than just the injury itself. It's energy. It's what's stored, what's being stored here that needs to be removed, released, cleansed. All right, beautiful friends, I know this was a different kind of video, so I'm super happy that you're able to listen to this super long story. I hope this video resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with anyone you think might need to hear this message today. I would be so very grateful if you did that. Again, my name is Alyssa from Flow From Within, and I will check back with you all next week. Have a beautiful week, and I will talk to you all soon.